this morning's match day -1 press conference with Houston Dynamo ahead of tomorrow night's match in the Leagues Cup 2025 against Tigres. Joined now by Houston Dynamo head coach Ben Olsen. Coach, first of all, thank you for taking the time.
Of course.
We'll just get started with, if you don't mind, your initial thoughts on, I guess, on your team coming out of the All-Star break, coming into this tournament, and then your thoughts on Tigres.
Oh, it's certainly a change of pace and some freshness about the Leagues Cup after a long kind of 2/3 of the season. It always comes at this time, and I think it comes at a good time for us. And we've spoke a lot about how we are still a team figuring things out with some of the new additions over the last month or two, and we continue to get some injured guys back, and it's been that type of season. So we'll use this opportunity to obviously try to win games and compete, but also still continue to find out about our group over the next 3 games. In particular, if we just go to tomorrow night and what Tigres offers is, one of the best teams in the region. They've been that way for a while, and I think it's a great challenge for us to start the Leagues Cup with, again, offensively, defensively, quality, game changers. They have it all. And so this is going to be a really good opportunity for us to see where we're at against one of the best teams in the region.
Great. We'll go ahead and start with questions here in the room before we transition over to questions on Zoom. Guys, any questions for Coach?
Hello, good morning. Rodriguez for Furia Deportiva. What is your opinion for Tigres?
I just think I just mentioned some of it. I think they're, we watch enough CONCACAF. We watch enough of the Mexican League to understand that this is, pound for pound, as good as any team in this region. And again, they can hurt you in so many different ways. Transition, they can build on you. The repress and pressure they build against you is very difficult to play through. So they'll turn you over in bad spots, and they've got clinical finishers across the front and in the midfield that they end up punishing you for some of your mistakes. We've got a experienced goalkeeper. They're effective on set pieces as well. So there's not a lot of weak links within this team or weaknesses that we can necessarily find. Of course, but it's still a soccer game, and there's going to be moments where we have the game. We got to take care of the ball. We got to be efficient with the chances that we do get, because against the higher quality teams in this region, you don't get as many.
Any other questions here in the room? Okay. We'll transition over to questions on Zoom. Again, if you have questions for Coach Olsen, please click the raise your hand button, and I will get you in. See one from Orlando Castellan. Orlando, go ahead.
Gracias. Muy buen día para todos. Buen día, profesor Orlando Castellán, del Servicio Informativo de Deportes acá en México. Ya hablaba de lo que espera este equipo de Tigres, pero es el equipo más complicado que pueda tener en este primer encuentro, más allá de los otros rivales. El primer partido siempre es.
Because usually the first match is essential to move forward to the next stage and collect points. Do you feel this is the most difficult opponent Houston can face right now?
Well, it's our next opponent. So, yeah, sure. We don't get caught up too much into, who we're playing necessarily. Because we're going to go about it in the same way. We're going to prepare for them the same way we will for Mazatlan and Pachuca. We'll try to identify strengths, weaknesses, and deal with the strengths and exploit some of their weaknesses. So, look, we understand how the quality they bring, and so we'll be up for it. I think the guys are excited about this challenge, and as I said, it's a good opportunity for us to show ourselves against a very good opponent.
Okay, thank you for that, Coach. We'll next go to Dustin Richardson. Dustin, your line should be open. Go ahead.
Hey, man. Good morning.
with Dustin.
Hey, after Saturday or Friday's game with all the rain and the washout and stuff, gave you guys a little extra rest. Did that disrupt things for you guys, or how do you feel the preparation is ahead of this match?
It doesn't necessarily disrupt you, other than you recalibrate everything you plan for the the next 10 days, right? But that's not a big deal. Again, we'll roll out our best team possible right now, and go after this game. And in some ways, it allows us to do that. Now, if we would have played Friday night, I think there's always some casualties within that, whether it's physical or injuries. And this game, you know, who the options were or from our end to start in this game maybe would have looked differently. So, and then of course that game will dictate how we go about the next one and the next one. So it just moves kind of how we who we play and who's available for this match.
Thank you for that, Coach. Next we'll go to Jesus Acevedo. Jesus, your line's open. Go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Big opportunity for tomorrow, as you already mentioned. But what are your expectations for how you're going to rotate this team and those players that are going to get an opportunity to play that perhaps haven't played as much? Or, you know, what are you expecting from those players that you put on the field tomorrow?
Well, we're at home, so the expectations are to win and do well in this tournament. And we think we're putting out a group that is capable of doing that. Again, we're on no illusions that, as I said many times, this is one of the best teams in the region. So it will be a difficult task, and we'll have to be at our best. And then we'll go game to game. So you know, without getting too much into it, again, we're going to go after this game with the best group possible, and then we'll adapt. The game against Mazatlan will come very quickly, and maybe that's a chance for us to look at some different things. But right now, our focus is on Tigres and trying to get the result.
Thanks, Coach. We'll go next to Jorge Sapon. Jorge, your line's open. Go ahead.
Good morning, Coach.
Jorge.
Coach, with the roster being set for Leagues Cup, notice that Quinones isn't on there. Is there any update that you can provide for him and, you know, for the rest of the season?
No, he's still struggling. So I'll leave it at that. It's been, you know, I really feel for Nelson. It's been just a real grind. You know, it's been over a year and, you know, a few months. It's he keeps getting close, and there seems to be little setbacks here and there. And it just hopefully there is a time where all this is behind him. But it's been very, very difficult for him, and again, a frustrating process. But he's been a soldier about it. He continues to work really hard with the rehab, and you know, I trust he'll get back. When we're not totally sure on the timetable.
Thanks, Coach. I'll give it a second. If there are any additional questions, go ahead and click the raise your hand button. One more from Jesus Acevedo. Jesus, go ahead.
Just go ahead.
Hey, Ben. Obviously, Tigres has a large fan base here. Are you guys prepared going to tomorrow's game that it will most likely be a road game for you guys as opposed to a home game?
Yeah, that's fine. There's nothing we can do about it, right? And I think those are good experiences for our players. We still have a young team, and I think that'll be a good experience to play in that type of atmosphere. I know sometimes players from abroad, in particular Europe, when they come here, they don't necessarily understand it. They'll be surprised. They'll look around and they won't fully grasp why there's a lot of yellow in the stands, and the energy that comes along with that. I think is something that I think it's a positive for at least our team in this moment, because I think we have some guys that are young and haven't been through some of that stuff, and it'll be a good experience. But you know, on the other side of that, there's Tigres fans in Houston, and our job is to show them that we have a good product and that they need to spend their hard-earned money coming out to see us as well.